No, no. Tottenham till I die. Tottenham till I die.
Yes lads, how's it going? Max here, and today welcome back to a brand new video. As you can tell by the title and the first clip in the video, it's an interesting one. It's about Kyle Walker, Tottenham's right back for now. The best right back that I've said in the league. I've gone by that, I've stood by it, I thought he was. I still think he is right up there. There's not many that are better, just because jumping straight into things, having pace, helps you in so many situations, let's just face it. But the fact City have come in, offered 50 million. I'm going to go through some points. I'm just going to have a little chat, talk about it. Do I think he's worth going for that? Am I happy? Do I think Trippier is good enough? Do I think Trippier needs to be replaced? Do I think we need to get someone in that position? Did I see it coming? There's mixed views. There is mixed views across the board. Everyone's either hating on him or they're saying, yeah, cheers for your time, 50 million. You're probably going to get offered 200 grand a week or something silly. Fair play to you. Good luck. I'm kind of on the edge of things at the moment because that clip plays a big part. You don't just say Tottenham till I die, or at least come out and say, I mean, he's not going to, I'm living in a world of my own here saying he's going to come out and say, oh, I want to go to City. But he hasn't said anything. He hasn't said he wants to go to City. It's all behind closed doors from what we hear. And then suddenly Sky Sports News this afternoon tweet out saying 50 million, break in, City agreed, fee with Spurs, whatever. Okay. Where do we go from there? I'll tell you where we go from there. I'm going to start eating these M&Ms, and they're probably all going to be gone by the end of this episode because I've got so much to talk about. I went straight to Twitter. There was a tweet that I did a while ago. Here it is. It's probably going to start banging now because obviously I didn't think he'd be leaving, and I didn't. I honestly didn't see it coming. I don't think anyone saw it coming. Maybe this is why Spurs haven't been signing any players. Maybe they haven't even said, oh, we want to sign Ross Barkley. Maybe we'll use that money to make an offer. But then Everton will know we've just got 50 million and want more for Barkley. So like it can work either way. 50 million, ridiculous fee, absolutely ludicrous amount. I mean, it's hard to actually process 50 million for a right back. Someone who he's starting for England, like he's going places, but just why? Why would you honestly want to leave a team that's progressing? We've got one of the best managers in the league. I'm not saying Pep can't do wonders, but we've got one of the best managers in the league. He's loved by the fans. Like when he's bombing it up and down that wing, everyone loves him. There's not one Spurs fan that can sit here and say they don't like him. All of the fans have just come out now and said, oh, we like Trippier, but that's trying to hide, like, put a cloud, a bubble over the Walker situation, and it's trying to make everyone feel better. If you're going to honestly ask me, do I want Walker to go? No, is your answer. I think he's still one of the best right backs in the league. He's got a lot to offer. He can improve. He used to make a lot of mistakes. He makes the odd clumsy mistake, but I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't, honestly? It's not as bad as like John Stones for 50 million. That's ludicrous. Walker's kind of put himself out there to be known. Like, you need to pay big bucks if you want him. Do I think he's a bit of a snake? Not yet. You guys might be able to come back to this video in a couple of days. He might come out and we might not hear anything. He might just go. That's the end all we hear about it. But I'm going to jump into some points that you guys have been putting on Twitter, because I just said I'm recording. Send me some feedback. Tell me what you guys want to talk about. So let's get into that. Hayden says, this is if it does happen. Where do you want to see the 50 million spent? Now, I don't know about you guys. You're gonna have to drop a comment. Tell me exactly what you think. Don't put like one sentence saying one player. Put a player. I meant one word. Put a sentence and say why you want that player. Tell me why you think they'd improve the squad. I'd love to see that Ricardo Pereira, if that's actually who it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's already thinking like Walker's gone. It's like one bid comes in, see you later, done. Deal's done. Who's to say Walker's not just going to turn around and say, don't want to go? I mean, think how much he'd be loved by the club if he did that. Let's say it's not going to happen. He's off. I mean, they've got him now. Let's basically look at it like that, because you might be looking at this video when it is done. Where do you want to see the 50 million spent? It's a tough one. It is a tough one. I would love to see the money spent on one player. Two maximum. Because you're not going to get any quality players nowadays unless you do what we did with Ericsson and go abroad. Toby Alderweireld, go abroad. But it's a gamble. You want players that are playing Champions League football who have already got a price, who are already scoring goals, already getting assists. So it is a tricky one. We're going to have to pay 30, 40 million. But why not? I want to see Spurs offer that sort of money. There's no reason why we can't. Absolutely no reason. We're going to struggle a bit if we don't have a bit more pace. I love Trippier, I think he's brilliant. But are we going to struggle playing at a big pitch as Wembley? I mean, does it matter? Is it going to affect us? Let me know. Hedges Art says, do you think that he was overrated? Honestly, it's a bit of a tricky one. Because you've got to look at the prices that are getting thrown around at the moment. Like, you're not going to realistically get Walker for 20 million nowadays, are you? So 50 million is realistic in today's market. It's hard to get your head around because we all live in the past. If someone come in with a £100 million bid for Kane right now, you'd be like, right, that's a lot of money, but he's actually, like, fair play. Like, he's earned that. 50 million Walker, people say, oh, he hasn't earned that, but he's been part of our squad, growing and like on the rise through Pochettino. He's been in every plan of Pochettino's. There's no way Pochettino would just happily let him go. No chance. I think I obviously went over that. I kind of went away from that question about the overrated part. I can't answer that one, to be honest. I've always been a fan of him. I'm trying to just find positives, make myself feel better just because he's going. I like Trippier, don't get me wrong. I think he can replace him. But he just hasn't got that pace, that exciting bit of pace that can get you out of situations. I mean, you know when you're going forward, and Spurs at the moment don't look like a team that have got a lot of pace in the side. Who's our quickest player? Maybe Son. But he's not, one, we don't use him for his pace. And two, Walker's going to go, I don't know, it's, ugh. That's where I'm a little bit speechless, because it's, I love pacey players in the team, because you don't have to be good, technically. You just got to run. And that you can just look at Theo Walcott, for example. The amount of goals he's had before. I'm not saying he's good. I'm not saying he's good. Let's not talk about him. He's just got pace. Going back to the video, obviously, where he says, Tottenham till I die.
Tottenham till I die.
It's a ballsy statement. You kind of shouldn't make that as a player. Maybe he just said it. I don't know. Maybe, who knows, he might have said it as a joke. But regardless, you don't say those sort of things. Not the size of the club we are now, you just don't. That's always going to be looked at. I shouldn't have done that tweet, it's annoying, it's going to keep coming back to haunt me. But I just don't feel, at this moment in time, he should be getting stick. I don't know if I'm being stupid, I don't know how to feel about him going. It's just annoying because it does improve City's team. It's not like it doesn't improve them, so that must mean that he's good. And like people are saying, well, we must be overrated, but he's good. So he's good enough to win them the league, because you can see how shit their defence has been. He's an addition, he's going to be better. So Pochettino must have something up his sleeve. That's all that I can think. I've been talking to like loads of you on Twitter, and it's just been going off. Everyone's got a totally different opinion now. It's nice to see. Obviously, like I did a tweet earlier and it said thanks for the memories, and I added Kyle and I put a sad face. That was my natural reaction when I saw it, because he has done bits for us. He's been in those winning teams that have had big results. He's always looked passionate, and also he scored that goal against Arsenal. It's going to be hard. It is going to be hard, regardless of what people say. If you're not a true fan, if you haven't liked Walker at your time in the club, that's literally simple as that. Like I said, Spurs, do we actually even need the money? If we're already looking at players like Barkley, they'll know that we need to splash. You can't get a player cheap in the Premier League at the moment. So City, they'll happily go and spend 50 million on someone. They don't care about all this fair play rules and that, because it strengthens their squad. They'll pay a fine, maybe win a Champions League, win the league. I'm only talking theoretically, whatever the bloody word is. But anyway, you can see where I'm coming from. I'm frustrated, but 50 million, has Levy just been like, yep, cheers mate, thank you very much. And that's probably the case. Unfortunate as it is, that's probably the case. Because is he stupid to not accept it? Because Walker's not one of our main players. Like if Ali, for example, 50 million, you'd be like, no, nah. But I reckon they haven't even had to think about it. 50 million for a right back, who you can sign someone from abroad who's got pace like that and maybe better on the ball. It's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? I'm sorry I haven't actually got a proper opinion on this. I'm just buzzing to know your guys' opinions, because it's just a massive debate. Is he going to be a snake? Is everyone going to turn against him, or is everyone going to love him for what he's done for the club? And he's been there a few years. He has been there a few years. He wouldn't have said Tottenham till I die if it didn't mean something. it's a tricky one. I'm just going to quickly scroll through these comments while I'm quickly speaking to you guys. It's obviously like Pereira, 22 million, that's what I'm reading right now. Personally would love to see Pereira, if that's how you pronounce his name. But a lot of it is, do we actually even need the money? And the answer is no. Obviously people are going about the stadium and stuff like that. I feel like I'm obviously waffling. Trippier isn't better than Walker, unfortunately. He's just got a better end product. Walker can run up and down the wing and eventually he'll make something happen because he's gonna. It's just like the nature of the game. People get tired, so Walker can open it up. But then, Walker can't cross a ball to save his life, as Trippier can whip him in all day long. So it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping, off the top of my head, would I want to see a replacement signing? Yes, I'd love to see that Pereira. I think I've seen him play, but wait, is this the one that plays for Porto? After about 3 minutes checking, yes, it is the one that plays for Porto, which I was happy to find because I thought I'd muck that up there, but we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for obviously watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you have watched it till the end. I haven't just worn this top a week in a row. I have washed it. It's just I haven't uploaded a lot recently, and I keep saying I'm going to get back into it, but when things happen like today, I have to get back on the scene. So if you haven't subscribed to me already, subscribe, that'll be excellent. Loads more Tottenham stuff coming. Secretly, between you and me, recording a goal creation video on Saturday. So if you've watched that till the end, hashtag goal creation, and have a guess down below. Do hashtag goal creation. No. Just guess the goal, basically. Just guess the goal that I'm recreating. It's any Tottenham goal, and it's a good one. It is a good one of mine that I've chosen. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I've covered a lot of the points that you guys wanted to hear. I don't know, I might not have. If I haven't, have a little debate down below, and obviously I'll read every single comment. Might not answer them all, but do it. Guess that goal creation that I'm doing on Saturday, and have a day off. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Walker, you snake.